You're grabbing coffee with a friend, and they casually mention booking a trip to Kyoto. You don't search for it. You don't type it into your browser. But 2 hours later, you open your phone, and there it is, a targeted ad for cheap flights to Japan. These coincidences are so common that they fueled a widespread cultural assumption: our devices are hot mic'd. The belief is that smartphones are secretly and continuously recording our ambient conversations to harvest marketing data. That suspicion intensified when leaked corporate documents from Cox Media Group surfaced. The slides boasted about an active listening platform, claiming it was legal for devices to capture real-time intent data directly from their microphones. But the people who build these systems deny it. Executives like Mark Zuckerberg have testified under oath that they do not listen to device microphones for ad targeting, and official company policies state that such data isn't used for ads. This creates a massive tension. Either these tech giants are committing coordinated perjury, or the way we think we are tracked is entirely wrong. To understand if a hot mic is even possible, we have to look at the underlying architecture of a phone. Hardware sensors, like the microphone, are isolated behind a rigid software security sandbox. On modern versions of iOS and Android, any app attempting to access the microphone triggers a kernel-level visual indicator, that green or orange dot in your status bar. If a third-party app tried recording in the background, the system immediately flags it to the user. Then there's the battery. Continuously processing audio and transmitting it to the cloud consumes a massive amount of energy. If your phone were running a constant acoustic wiretap, the battery drain would be so extreme it would be impossible to hide. Researchers at the security company Wandera put this to the test. They played continuous audio of pet food ads to isolated phones and monitored the network traffic. They found that while the apps were open, no audio data ever actually left the devices. A separate analysis of 17,000 Android apps by Northeastern University reached the same conclusion. There was no evidence of secret microphone activation. They found apps secretly taking screenshots and sending them away, but the microphones remained perfectly silent. The hot mic theory is functionally dead. But that realization leads to a much larger question. How can algorithms predict our interests so accurately without hearing a single word we say? The actual engine of modern targeting isn't a microphone, it's the identity graph. This is a system designed to link your digital behavior across every device you own. It starts with deterministic signals. When you log into an app on your phone and then your laptop, ad networks use that verified data to link those devices into a single cohesive profile. But the system also uses probabilistic tracking. By looking at IP addresses, Wi-Fi networks, and GPS data, algorithms can infer who you're spending time with and what those people are interested in. Consider that coffee shop meeting again. You discuss a dog with a friend. Your phones don't need to hear you, they just need to register through Bluetooth and GPS that your devices are in physical proximity. Later that day, your friend goes home and searches for dog food on their own laptop. The advertising network processes that search, sees your two profiles were recently at the same location, and assumes you share an interest in that topic. Suddenly, you see a dog food ad on your feed. It's a chillingly accurate match, but it wasn't triggered by your voice. Predictive analytics and proximity mapping have become so precise that they effectively mimic eavesdropping. The system doesn't need to listen to you, it just needs to know who you're standing next to. The final piece of the illusion is a psychological quirk called the frequency illusion, or the Baader-Meinhof phenomenon. This happens because of selective attention. Once you've discussed a new concept or a specific product, your brain subconsciously begins scanning the world for matches, making those things feel like they're appearing everywhere. Confirmation bias does the rest. You scroll past thousands of irrelevant ads every single day and forget them instantly. But when one single ad matches a conversation you just had, your brain flags it as a significant event. Algorithms are throwing thousands of darts at a wall every second. Our cognitive wiring ensures we only remember the one dart that hits the bullseye. The reality is that a predictive mathematical model of your habits, locations, and relationships is a far more efficient way to track you than a clumsy audio wiretap, and it's becoming more integrated. Tech companies are now updating privacy policies to use the data from your direct interactions with their AI chatbots to sharpen their ad targeting. You can still take steps to limit this. Audit your app permissions to revoke unnecessary microphone or gallery access. Don't blame the microphone. Look at your digital footprint. The technology mapping your life is far quieter and much more pervasive than a hidden listener.